Oh, yes. Now we are live now. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of My Intentional Parenting Journey. I am Ife Sinachi and I will be your host for today. A big thank you to Coach Wendy Ologe for this incredible opportunity to be live here speaking with you all. I'm excited for what is ahead. As many of you may know, Coach is away for the Benin Summit happening tomorrow. And guess what? I can see her chat right now. Welcome, Coach Wendy. Shout out to you, ma. We see you. Yes, we are live. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Today, we have a very special guest. This is Mopeola Ogidi-Olu right here with us. And I'm really looking forward to hearing her share her incredible parenting journey. And I'm sure it will be inspiring you all. So if you are here and you can see me, you can hear me, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know everything is working fine from your end. Yes. Can you see me? Yes. And of course, if you have not shared this link with your family and friends, please do that now so they can join it as well with us. Now, Mrs. Mopeola, speak to us. Could you tell us how you came to join the Inner Circle program? How did your journey start? You know, we are going to be excited to hear from you, ma. Over to you, ma.
Good morning, everybody. Well, I am more of extra. I carry extra for back. So knowing that Igbo is like the official language of the Inner Circle by me, so I will start greeting with Igbo. Let's start. Rate me, oh. So this is how I'm gonna go it. Ọtụtụ ọma Coach Ife Sinachi, afambu Mopeola Ogidi-Olu, anọ m na Court 1L, obi na-asọ m maka na chọm ịgwa gị maka ije m na the Intentional Parenting Group. So what did I say? I said, good morning, Coach Ife Sinachi. My name is Mopeola Ogidi-Olu. I am from Court 1L. I am happy to share my intentional parenting journey with you. Thank you for having me this morning. And so she has asked me the first question, asking how I got to learn about the intentional parenting. Okay, it starts like this. Kudos to Sister Bumi Jumoke and Sister Bumi Jumoke Ola Rokishi. She's a church member of ours. We attend the same church for some years now. And so last year, she invited me to join the intentional parenting. And she told me that I will pay. And I'm like, pay for what, Maka? Why? As in Isaiah chapter 54, verse 13, it says that our children will be taught of the Lord and great shall be my peace. So why am I paying somebody to teach me? So she just said, okay, no wahala, you will find it funny and all that interesting. Then she now told me that she would pay for that was a Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro, volume 3. She paid for me and I was there. Day one was eye-opening, revealing, and interesting. Day two, next thing I started hearing, Yadas understand. Yadas know best. I'm like, wait a minute, what is Yada? What's going on here? She was like, don't worry, that's the Inner Circle I was telling you about. I'm like, okay. Then next month, it was the parenting conference. Almost for 1 week, a lot of people, a lot of speakers, and people were saying, if you don't see coach in your dream, that means it has not entered very well. That's how I was not seeing coach in my dream for 1 week. So I just said, so coach was not like, if you must get into this, you will need to pay 5,000 for 70,000 the fee. So that's how I paid. So I was on the wait list and I couldn't just wait because people's testimonies was like, I was like, hey, okay, no wahala. So I joined the people's testimonies, like what is happening right now. There was this elderly woman. This elderly woman said that if coach says buy book, buy. If coach says attend webinar, attend. Anything she says, don't argue with her, just do it. Then she had the 4-in-1 sales. Then I did the 4-in-1 bundle and I was waiting. And thank God, December 1st, 2024, I joined. And it has been interesting ever since. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Mope. That's amazing. It's incredible to see how impactful words of mouth can be helping parents discover the inner circle program. But what's important is that you are here now taking the intentional steps in the parenting journey. And I'm sure you're already seeing how transformative this experience is. Thank you so very much, ma. So, Mrs. Mope, can you share with us what was your first experience like in the inner circle? What stood out for you or even shocked you when you first joined the inner circle program?
Okay, thank you for that question. What shocked me the most is that I would have to journal. You know, we have in the inner circle, there are two journals. We have the daily journal and we have the weekly journal. And in the daily journal, well, growing up as a teenager, I kept a diary for 4 years straight. And so it was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So it wasn't difficult. But another thing I noticed was that every 6 a.m., 6:01, there's a voice note. And coach will always say, end the talk by saying, I am rooting for you. I am rooting for you. Another thing that happened as time was going, I love the connection to so much. I have the connection to under my keyboard at work. I also have the connection to under my pillow. You understand? So I'm always thinking of what I have to do with this. I have 3 boys, my first son and a set of twins. And so I had this bundle of joy in the space of 2 years. In the space of 2 years. You know that like this slang that they will say, a woman drop and carry. Yes, that is me. I just drop and carry another set. You understand? But it's been so interesting in the sense that I always had this mindset like, okay, my children, I need to do something more. I need to do something better for them. How will I do it? Inner Circle gave me that platform. Inner Circle gave me that structure. Inner Circle, the parenting advantage, you are parenting the head of your child, the heart of your child, and the hands of your child. So Inner Circle gave me that. Thank you.
Okay, that's amazing, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Um, so Mrs. Okay, that's fantastic, ma. And it's amazing. As coach will always say, if you put in the structure and if you implement, you definitely see your evidence. If you discipline yourself, if you follow, you definitely see the evidence everywhere. That's amazing, ma. So Mrs. Mope, speak to us. Could you tell us how you could you tell us your your first intangible ways, your 3 top webinars? What shocked you? What stood out for you? What was the impact for you, ma?
Oh, we're already on the webinars that touched me. Okay. Since you've mentioned it, I want to say, I want to follow that parent weeks ago. Since this started October, yeah, I've not missed one day. But there was one particular lady that stood out for me. I can't remember her name right now. She said that all the skills, so all the skills, peace as a skill, honor as a skill, any skill, it was fun for me. Then yesterday, hey, see my biro. When you are with Coach Wendy, how can biro be full now? How can your biro be full? See, this is my journal. This is the 3rd one I'm using. How now? Coach is talking and there's a point in time yesterday, we usually have our webinars every Thursday. And so It was like, should I stop writing and just start kabashing? Because her webinars are divine, as in powerful impactation. So back to the question you asked, the one that stood out to me, that prepared and everything established, that set a foundation for me, was who you are parenting. Who you are parenting. I have three boys, different temperaments, different understanding of the world, and they are different in character. I have the courageous son, I have the creative son, and I have the what do you have? What's that word? What's that word? One second, one second. I have the creative child, the courageous child, then I have the sensitive child that you say something, he will keep, who I am, who I am, who I am parenting. Then the second one was raising a girl with sense. You know, I thought I knew it all. First and foremost, I tried, I prayed that I will have a girl, but it did not happen. So, what do I have to do? I have to work with my boys and empathize with girls around me. I'm also a girl. Empathize with girls around me. So, that stood out for me. Then, yesterday, hey, my sister, it's not easy, but we thank God we are still here learning, unlearning with plenty humility, agbada. Like coach we say, gather your humility, agbada. Me, I have factory of humility, agbada. That's it. What was that? Let me, I wrote it down here. It was talking, one second, please. Yesterday's webinar was something else. He's saying that parent, one second, please. Bear with me, oh, Mabinu. I've gotten it. He's saying building a family legacy that raises kings, king makers, and those who sit on the table with kings. Before I go for any further, if you are here, you have not joined the inner circle. You see what you are getting on Tuesday is just a bit of the iceberg. Me, I don't miss Tuesday. Oh. You know why I do? Why I attend Tuesday? I attend Tuesday because Tuesday is just to whet our appetizer. Because if you think that you got bush on Tuesday, hey, get ready for Thursday now. Come on now. It's always divine. I'm always blessed by coach. Yeah. I think I've done that. 3 webinars. Can I add 2 more? Please, 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 please. I beg, let me add 2 more. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Let me add 2 more. Now, this is the 2 I will add. Rest as a skill. Yeah, that was my coach, Etima. I used to tell myself, rest, oh, Mope, rest. Sometimes I'll be like, as if I'm one octopus that I will have so many hands, like, wow, I can grab this, grab this, grab this, grab that. Just rest. Jesus loves you. And the other one is honor as a skill. Honor is customer service brought to your home, and I love that so much. Amazing, amazing.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Mrs. Mokwe. Ms. Mokwe has shared her top three webinars that truly made an impact in her journey. And I'm sure if there are more time, she could, go more and highlight more, about the webinars and that really, soaked her if we have more time. And it was actually too soaked from her wisdom. And that's amazing. Thank you, Mrs. Mobe. Miss Mobe, you have been in the inner circle for years now. Okay, that's for a year now, right?
Yes,
Okay, Mrs.
December 2023.
Okay, you've been in the inner circle for a year now, all the way from Lagos. Could you share with us, what the inner circle have done in your personal life, your career, and your parenting journey, your relationship wise, please, ma? Let's hear from you. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. The inner circle, when you have a Coach Wendy Ologe is a coach of coaches, I must say. She is, when you ask a woman who has gone ahead of you and you ask them, how are you doing it? How are your children able to do this? You just hear them say, My sister, it is God, oh, what God, They will just tell you it's prayer, oh, I pray. I thank God. But I want to also say shout out to my sister, Bumi Rokeshi. She has her children, and this connection tools, we don't just do it solo. We do it together in terms of when the activity tells us take your children out to swimming, we always come together. And I must say that this year has been an amazing year in the sense that I have been intentional every day, every month, and in every aspect of my life. Still talking about my personal life. I used to have it in my mind that I will do personal goal. I have personal goal for the year and all that. But this year, it was really amazing. You start the year with New Year resolution. I started mine December 1st, 2023. You understand? And what did we start with? We started with Christmas bundle. It's loading again this year. So the excitement, Then January, we went into building family values and media plans. That was amazing. Another point that coach touched me is the reading. Hey, inner circle. If I should list how many books we have read nothing less than 12 books. So for me, extra now, the gift of extra. I am not, I like to add, and it's really interesting. When you have a skill, when you value something, you run with it. I can't believe that since first, and we are just in October, the spring at the sole of my feet is like, let's go there, let's run. It's been so interesting. Coach drops nuggets of books. For me, she drops nuggets of books to read. Sometimes in her book, she would say, love your child, like that, love your child more challenge, love your child more challenge. There was another book. I went straight to that book. Then the one that really amazed me was when she said, when she's always talking about the development of the brain. And in my mind, I'm like, Mama, go deeper, go deeper. She was like, no, I don't want to bore you about the science of the brain, the development of the brain, amygdala, something. She should just be quoting, book. Our coach, she's a bookie, oh. Don't see her with all those her fancy look, and you think she reads very well. So one time she just mentioned it. Oh, the whole brainchild immediately before they say Jack Robinson. I've gotten the book, I've read the book, and I'm like, wow, parenting inside out, the 5 a.m. club, books by Robin Sharma. Then I later set my own goal. And what is that goal? Reading a book a week. Have I been able to achieve it? Oh, yes. Coach will tell you that you can read 4 books in 1 month. Yes, ma'am. I salute you specially. You can read 4 books in 1 month. That's true. Then coming to talk about my children. When you're coming, for those of you that are not in the inner circle, you'll be saying that you're coming to the inner circle because of your children. Trust me, parenting is first about you. You are a caregiver. You can't give what you don't have. If you don't have it, don't even bother. You cannot give what you don't have. Hello, Mama. Omolara Adeyemi. She's one of my frontliners when we are in the comment section. I see you, Mama. So, yeah, what was I saying again? These guys have come to confuse me. Let me finish from here, ma. I will flog all of you. So the books, yeah, it's been interesting. Back to my children. So I'm this kind of person like yellow meter. Hey, we dey scream, oh, they show. We dey scream, they show. So in the inner circle, the structure helped me. I start the months with, coach always tells us that, ask us the question, what are you building? Are you building an edifice or you're building a shanty? For me, I want to build a shanty. I don't want to build a shanty. I want to build edifice. I want to give my children that skill of building. Yesterday she kept saying, "You are a digger, you are a digger, you are a digger, you are a digger." If you are in the inner circle, you will understand. And so, what did I do with my children? Every first day of the month, I have a meeting with them. The last day of the month, I have a meeting with them. Every month, we discuss the theme of the month. Now, this month, what's the theme in my house? The theme of my house is what? No retreat, no surrender. Because we are teaching our children, because the book in the inner circle is raising an independent thinking child. Teach them to think on their own. So when they come and they say, mommy, I cannot, this one is happening. Okay, sit down, calm down. What do you think? Prefer solutions. What do you think on your own? Then another thing about, when they say if you have one child, you're safe. If you have two children, you are a lawyer. That's what happened to me. I was always, okay, come back here. Don't shout on your brother. He's older than you. Stop shouting. Stop. I'm not a lawyer. Oh, yeah, sit down. That's what resolving sibling rivalry did for me. Talk to them. Can we talk about it? Can we? So later on, I discovered that my children were also having their own meetings. When I go out, and I'll be like, they'll come back and tell me, this happened. I'm like, hey, it happened. I said, mommy, no, calm down, calm down. We had a meeting and we had to go this way and we met each other. We had to compromise and all that. I say, okay, fine, that's good. And what else? Relationship with my siblings. Oh, this is so amazing because we are four. I'm the first out of the four. I have an immediate younger sister and I have two brothers. My two brothers are like twins. Even my children used to ask, Uncle Aki and Uncle Kule, are they twins? No, it's just 2 years between them, but they are really, really close. But you see, me and my only sister, before Ife is finishing her statement, press down, shake it together and running over. I have finished her. As in, I'm not even hearing what she's saying. I'm going to respond to her. But in the inner circle, that was the course we did in February, emotional intelligence. When that course taught me to be empathetic. You understand? The resolving sibling rivalry also taught me to empathize with her, discuss things with her. Shout out to Ife Laniyo. My sister was the one that helped me. She was like, "Oh, what are you wearing? What's your makeup? Do you have ring lights?" If she had her way, she would be standing here with me. So thumbs up to my sister. Yeah. Then to my husband. Coach Kunle said something. He says that your marriage is a foundation to your parenting. You cannot say that your marriage is not working and your parenting will work. It doesn't go like that too. Your marriage must work first before your parenting works. And so when my husband is not yet in the inner circle. So when we're given the first assignment to design the family value and the media plan, what did I do? Coach Wendy says that we should market it. So it's not like me. I like to play my role. Oh, I love to pop like a girl that I am, not the messiahness in me. So what did I do? I just sat with my husband and I discussed with him that we're supposed to create family values. And so I told him about it and he said, oh, fine. He ran with it. I didn't even know how to do Canva. He's the one that helped us with the Canva. He's the one that helped us with all of it. So carry him along. There are times we'll have activities. An interesting activity in my house is paint by number. And for my children, they will tell you that is movie night. So that paint by number, I had told them in advance. Kudos to my Sister Tolu of my sister. What's the name of that? DY Relics signature. Yeah, and gift on points. Yeah, they always help me with my items, my creative items. So I already told them in advance that we are doing paint by number, sip and paint. So I already gotten all those items and now package this for everybody, sip and paint, sometimes we dance together. Then the movie night. For the movie night, there are conditions. One of the conditions is that you have finished your assignments. The second condition is what? You are sleep, you have slept, you have done your siesta. After all of that, they will not come out. Sometimes I'm the one that choose the movie. Sometimes they will choose the movie. Either way, everybody is having fun. Then back to my office. Kudos to the best boss in the whole wide world, Ogatimileyin Adesomi. My boss is he's a leader. He's a leader that allows everybody to grow. You understand? He meets you halfway. And emotional intelligence, it helps me to connect. The first book I read from Coach Wendy is Connect to Correct. So that first book, each time, there's something that is happening in the office with a younger colleague, with an older colleague, the first thing I do is to, try to understand what is happening. Remove the emotions. When you remove the emotions, you'll be able to attack or arrange what is faulty. When you are, that's the difference between a teenager and an adult. A teenager, their logical reasoning is not there, the part of their logical reasoning is not well formed. So that's where it is. I am able to reason with my people. Sometimes we do a lot of challenges. Yeah. I'm sure some of them are watching me. December, you guys should get ready for our challenges. So thank you. Then back to okay, something happened. Sister Bumi is fully aware about this. Coach Wendy, I stay in Lagos, yeah. I stay in Lagos, and Coach Wendy was to come to for our summit September 21st. And I and Sister Bumi was like, let's do it in our church. Let's do it in our church. And so we're like, okay, let us invite Coach to our church. We wanted to get permission from our pastors and all that. We went with so much passion. We're always coming to defend why. You know how you stand before panel of judges and everything. But lo and behold, it did not happen. And so my sister Bumi will just be telling me, Mope, oh no, oh no, oh no. And Sister Bumi is here. We don't be encouraging each other, Mope, oh no, as a skill. And so that has also helped me in okay, in church, I am a Sunday school teacher. I'm a Sunday school teacher for the preteens, and I'm also a Sunday school teacher for the adults. And so intentional parenting has really helped me. So that sometimes people are like, how do you know so much? You know what they call me in church? Some teachers call me Omo Coach Wendy. One day, oh yeah, now this is a case. What will you people do? Maybe people say that we should not spank a child, we should not flog a child, we are not Rhodians and all that. And I'm like, okay. Sometimes we'll just say some things and it solves that. Yeah, I think I've been able to. Yeah. One more thing. Lagos Yarders. Lagos Yada kan. CIP kan. If you're not in the inner circle, I don't know where you are. Lagos Yarders are the best. Hey, maybe we'll be doing abroad Yarders, but Lagos Yarders are on point. In the sense that if you have any questions like where do Easter, Easter. I always see Easter. We'll just go to church, come back. Then we'll try and rehearse the death and the resurrection. When you will sleep for 3 days, just be sleeping and be waking up. But Lagos Yarders, they got us a place. There was the Jerusalem theme park, and it was very interesting for the children. So even my vacation, before now, I would say that I will fix my vacation when the children are in school so that I will sleep the sleep of death. Because when you are saying that you have rested, is that you have slept 8 hours and extra. No, in the inner circle, you don't sleep the sleep of death. So even when Sister Bumi told me, she said, Mope, when you are coming into the inner circle, I hope you have the business idea cooking up in your cooler so that you will just use this one and platform launch out. Yeah. So that's what we did, and we're always another thing before I close this one. There's so many things to talk about. Another thing is the book reviews. Hey, quote 1L, not too much. Hey, there's another one that is happening today again. The book we are reading is Raising an Independent Thinking Child. There are times that, even before the book review, we have already gone backstage. We'll just be talking about the book like, this book is something else. This book is something else. There's one book that we read, Bringing Up Girls by James Dobson. It brought a lot of tears. It brought a lot of, healing. Thank God for healing from childhood trauma. It brought a lot of tears in the sense that people were like, I wish my dad did this. I wish my dad did that. You know, for me, my dad was on point. The best father in the whole wide world. I call him darling daddy, the best dad in the whole wide world. And so that book also made me to understand that my dad has set standards. I cannot go below. Kesiana, I see you. So in my courts, we try and read books. We discuss the book. It's like when somebody who is blindfolded touches the part of the elephant. Is that part? So somebody now exposes the book in another light and like, did you know this part existed? Did you know this part existed? So yeah, the book reviews are always on point, and the connection tools are always on point. Am I talking too much? Should I stop? I can talk go some more.
Not at all, ma'am. You can go on, ma.
Okay. Then the books. Oh, we will chew and chew the books. January, we started with connects to corrects. You cannot correct anybody you have not connected with. You will just be shouting, chaos everywhere. Why did you cannot, why? But if everywhere is calm, you connect with the person and you'll be able to get results. Is either you are lifting the person's spirit, extend grace. Extend grace. That's what coach will always tell you. Extend grace. Then in the February, we had discipline that works. The discipline is not an emergency. Discipline is not an emergency. It gives you the strategy, the system, the schedules, the skills. You know, I said the structure, system, strategy, skills, and schedules. You get that from that book. Then in in March, we had why you act the way you do. We also had the learning style. For I told you I had a set of twins and my first son. That's like my trophy. That's like my trophy child. You tell him, Jomi Loju, bring out your books, bring out your food flags. He does it. Before he sleeps, he brings it out. The second one, that's my Jaye, that's Taye. Ooh, for real? You're not doing it all. So if you are using Jomi to compare, you know that you're already creating rivalry. You're already setting a trap for him. So I don't compare. What I do is to bring it up, sit him down, and explain why we are doing what we are doing. Explaining. Coach will always say, never get tired of explaining. Keep explaining. But when you are explaining, make it precise, make it creative, and just repeat it. Yeah. Then in April, we had the healing from childhood trauma and no yelling challenge, parenting launch plan. Our parenting, we will not see the score sheets now. I mean, your parenting, you're not going to see your score sheet now. You're going to see your score sheets after 18 years. God forbid. Coach Wendy says that we are in the grace period. Let us not be saying that we want to wait for the messy period. Now say the cankerworm, the caterpillar, the this, the that. This is one parenting group. They don't share prayer point though. No, 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 no. It's amazing. I've not seen any yada that will say, come and pray. This child is stubborn. Come, let us lay hands on the child. Here, yeah, I believe in prayers. Oh, trust me. I believe in prayer. But you pray and you walk. You pray and you walk. Then in May, I love May so much. It sweets my belly die. Do you know why I love May? it is the Love Your Child More challenge. The Love Your Child More challenge. We had two books, Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman and Rose Chandler. Yeah. And we also had the book Love Your Child More challenge. Every day, you see, we had two. We had the connection tools for the month, and we had the Love Your Child More challenge. Every day, my children were always excited. So, mommy, what are we doing today? Mommy, what are we doing today? We started with testing the love language of your child. So when we took that quiz, I actually thought that my first son was more of words. But later did I know that he was more of was more of service. I understood their own love languages. And the one that stood out to me was when we had to write out compliments. We had a compliment jar. It was so interesting. The movie night. There was one of drama. It was so educating. We're always looking forward to what's next, playing games together, ice cream together. It was just a beautiful month. I thought the month would not end, but it was how many days? 31 days to come to an end. But we have to move on, yeah? Alrighty. Coach always say, alrighty, yeah? Alrighty. So I used to talk to my son, and I said, we used to do meetings, or when we did do meeting where we look. So my son like, mommy, I said, what happened? He said, mommy, you didn't say alrighty. I just said like this. Alrighty. In the office, I said, Mopeola, you haven't said alrighty. I said, wait for it. Alrighty. So, alrighty. All right. So in June, we had Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro, Volume 3. When you hear some stories of people who were molested, who were this, who were that, you try to pray about it and all that. But right now, instead of just praying, it's good to pray. But you need to arm your children with skills. You need to arm them with tools. We as parents right now, we have the parenting advantage. What's this parenting advantage? You're parenting the heads of your children, you're parenting their hearts, and you're parenting their hands. Yeah. So sex educate your child like a pro. Before I continue, something happened between me and my son. That one is very outspoken, no? Between the twins and the Taye and Kende, I call them, their names are Jaye and Jola. Jaye, is very bold. If there's anything that happens to Jola, Jaye will just go and call his brother, come and help me and talk. It's like Aaron and Moses. Oh yeah, Aaron, come and help me and talk. So my son just say, mommy, you spanked my bum bum. Why? Why did you spank my bum? Normally what I learned was that it's not just small spanking. What's your own? Take it easy now. Grow up. But like, no, don't contradict what you're teaching him. I told him, anybody that touches you say no, and no is a complete sentence. So I'm happy that with my humility agbada, dear, yards of humility agbada, we are walking our way towards it. So even if he says no, I try to understand why he said no. I don't their emotions are valid. Their emotions are valid. Then we went to Bringing Up Boys by James Dobson, very interesting book. So we had our theme in our house, that's raising boys that I will not bail out. So I gave my life is not perfect, yeah. I only have the perfect perspective, as Coach will always say. So we went to August. Was that the TIP annual summit, Raising Kings, yeah? And so how many books did I use? I used about two books loaded. How many biros? Wow, this one is about to finish. No, I'll not drop it until you finish. Kaka, I must finish. All my biros finish with Coach Wendy, yeah. And so shout out to all the coaches we have on board. This August, Bringing Up Girls in my cohort. Yeah, before I continue, I must shout out. Sorry, I love to shout out. I'm a shouter. So shout out to our leader, King Solomon. He doesn't know this. He did not ask me to say this, but I will say it. I want to appreciate you for taking time to teach us Canva. He did that for 2 days. He taught us Canva and we were following, and yeah, he did that, and he used to check up on us. One thing with the community in the inner circle, I have a friend from Togo, I have a friend from the east, I have friends everywhere, but parenting principles are the same everywhere. Regardless of your time, there's no time difference, nothing is different. The only thing is, are you up to the task? Like Coach Wendy would say, either you do the time now or you do it later. Either way, you're gonna do it. You will do it. Yeah, you will do it either way. So shout out to our Odogu King Solomon Tope and his assistant Aisha Yusuf, Oga Azuka, I see you. Then Madam Mercy, I know. Jesus Baby Adeze, Eze Florence, Heritage Funke, highly favored Deborah, Ijoma Mama Beji. Yes, she's from the UK. Modupe, my partner. Yeah, we always have coordinators in a group of 10. We always have coordinators. So I am Modupe, we're coordinators for April. Then I have Moyo Oduko. She was our reading. I belong to the Flamingo Yadas. So she was our leader. We're always checking up on each other. We have Peace, Shakira. She's from Dubai. Then my cousin, Sister Tope Omofaye. Then my family friend Sandra Oduko, she's my colleague at work, my senior colleague. Wumi Asa, Ifeanyi, and Indo Ali, they are schoolmates. Nike, she's my schoolmate. Esther Matthew, Relic Signatures, please. Kudos to her. Then gift on point. She's always on point. Like I said, Lagos Yada can TIP can. I don't know what you're doing if you're not in the inner circle. Then like I said, the number one on my list is the daily voice notes. The daily voice notes. She's always encouraging us. No matter what you're doing, keep swimming. Keep swimming. Don't stop swimming. Start from where you are. If you think like, oh, I've not done anything, this is a message for the ghost yarders and the backyarders. If you think that you didn't do anything this year, don't be discouraged. Keep swimming. Like coach will say, keep swimming. And she will always say, I am rooting for you. And this is me saying, cohort 1L, we should have our e-party before we go out. Alrighty. So I have my accountability partners. You have this in the inner circle. Trust me. You have this in the inner circle. We have men and women that are going to hold your hands through it. Yeah. And my recent book, when I finished reading our book, Raising an Independent Thinking Child, there was just one line of the book. And this book is Mindset by Carol Drake, mindset. Is saying that we should not have a fixed mindset. We should have a growth mindset. And recently, coach has been saying something. Chest it. That's your adversity quotient. My life is not perfect, but when something comes, you should be able to, chest it. Yeah, in our corridors, chest it. Then studying of the brain. This inner circle gave me structure. So next year we are going in again. Yeah, Sister Bumi, don't stop swimming. Don't stop. Yeah, that's it for me. I
Thank
think
you
people,
so very much, ma'am.
you're welcome.
We have Mrs. Mope join us all the way from Lagos this morning. And yes, there was something she said that was very exceptional for me. You see that it was wonderful hearing about the inner circle gives you the extra, whether it's the extra insight, the extra support, the extra push you need to be more intentional in your parenting and your personal growth. It is that little bit of extra that makes it all different in how you show up for your families, and I'm glad you experienced that, ma. And
Thank
another
you.
thing that stood out for me from what you said was the books. It's amazing. Books truly they have the power to transform perspective, and it gives you the tool you need for growth. It's wonderful how reading has played such a significant role in your journey, ma. That's to
Thank
say
you.
that yes, yes, leaders are readers, and it's
Yes.
clear, the knowledge you've gained from these books is helping you become more intentional, not only in your parenting life, in every area of your life, ma. So thank you so very much for sharing that with us. So we want to know, ma, as a mom of boys, we want to know the effect inner circle has shown in your life. How you have been consistent with inner circle with parenting, ma.
Okay, thank you for that question. As a mom of boys, there's this assumption that people have that if you're a mom of boys, the boys will drain you. If you're a wow, you better go and give birth to a girl. Because if you have boys, your boys will just go home, they'll just go out and they'll just forget you. Hmm. Because I have connected with them after a while, it rubs off on them. Sometimes we'll have this letter, we write letter to ourselves and everything. So just a couple of days, I was just, I told you that I have the journals under my pillow. I have the daily journal and I have the weekly journal under my pillow. So I was just going through my papers and all that, and I saw one of my twins. I'm going to show it to him. He was writing there, "I love you, mommy. God will bless you, mommy." You know, when you keep showing and extending love, there's something I've told my children: gratitude. Gratitude. We don't joke with gratitude. We dey spray them like, like as in that is a fragrance. There's something that Coach Omolala, everybody talks about um the your life, the seasons of life, essentialism. I put that into play. Essentialism, you know, I understand my role in their life right now. You know, we have levels of influence in the lives of our children. Right now, we are number one. And I am not playing with this, my level. There was another assignment. We get a lot of assignments in the inner circle. There was one assignment that stood out to me again, and what's that assignment? The assignment is building a social roadmap. And what did I do? I built my social roadmap and I shared these documents. In yesterday's webinar, Coach was talking about documenting it. And, one thing, if you are with Coach, you just be having ideas like, oh, that's true. Coach was saying that she's going to write her own book. I am also going to document how our family should be. I will chronicle it. I was even thinking of video log and all that. So back to what I'm saying. So after a while, your children begin to, because they learn faster. There's this saying that says that more is caught than what is taught. Our children catch more with their eyes than what they hear us say. So it is what they see us doing. In my office currently, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of pressure because of what the face of the office. Yeah. So I get home sometimes and I'm so tired and I'm so exhausted. And I get home, but we still have to do our connection tools. Connection is what I don't joke with my connection tools. So I got home and I was now telling him, I said, Mommy, so how was your day? I'm not telling my son that I'm so tired. And they just brought their tiny hands. They're like, "Baby, let us give you a massage." Then the ones that wants to press my head, they say, Mommy, come, let me pray for you. Mommy, it is well with you. God will bless you. God will. So that is building up. That is building up. This assumption of, he's a boy, leave him. My grandmother had four boys, and my father was one of the boys. And the boys' kitchen is not a problem for them. So there's nothing like, oh, it's the role of a boy, it's the role of a girl. All of us are doing it together. Even in this book, that raising independent thinking child, we are all doing it together, and it's been interesting. There was one lady, I can't mention her name right now. There was one lady where I tried to invite her to the course, sex educate your child like a pro, and my son was there, and I was explaining to her why she needed to be in it. And my son just, Mommy, can I talk? I said, okay, please talk. He said, excuse me, ma, it's very interesting. You will enjoy yourself. We get to do movie nights. This one, that. You know, I used to tell coach that, you know, one thing with me that I find so easy talking about the intentional parenting. You know, there was one time I went to buy chicken, yeah, and I saw this lady. You know, once I see that I'm a Christian. Once I see that somebody's salvation is secure, the next thing I'm thinking about is what are you doing with the jewels God has given unto you? You have a mandate, and you will give accounts for what you've done. That is your parenting. That is your first call of that's your first ministry. So how are you handling it? So I am a TIP evangelist, unapologetic. As in, some people are like, you and this your TIP. What is Coach Wendy giving you? But I'm like, see, I'm this kind of person like, come and taste, come and see that the Lord is good. When you have something that is easy, I'm this kind of you cannot cover. I can't cover it. When I'm experiencing something that I'm enjoying it, I like to share it. So with the boys, you know, they used to quarrel. Yeah, there will be quarrels, yeah. But I don't want unresolved quarrels lead to rivalry. Unresolved quarrels lead to rivalry. And so I'm teaching my children that, yeah, you guys will quarrel, but you need to understand each other. So before now, I used to say, don't you know that Jomi is your older brother? Why will you talk to him like that? Jomi is the first son. You don't do that to a first son. He's the first. This one, that one, that one. No, 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 no. You sit them down. Then we had coach taught us mentorship, sibling mentorship. So we've come to understand what's he good at, what's his strength. We discover each other's strengths and we try to use it to lift each other up. We're lifting each other up. Alrighty.
All right, thank you for sharing that, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That was truly wonderful. Journaling is just a powerful tool that for reflecting and deepening connection. It's great to hear that it has actually helped you to connect with your boys on a deeper level. Writing things down, they not only help us to process our thoughts, but also allow us to track growth and strengthen bonds. Your journey is so inspiring, ma. Thank you. That was so amazing. So,
Thank
ma,
you.
share with us. We want to hear you. We want to know the effects of inner circle on your marriage. How have you been consistent with it on your marriage? How does how have you been able to manage while being consistent in the inner circle? Please, ma, over to you. Share with us. We want to hear.
Thank you. Okay, how has this helped me in my marriage? Like Coach Kunle said, your marriage is the foundation to your parenting. You understand? Um, so what do I do? I try to market it to my husband. Try to market it. Okay. B, this is what we have been told to do. This is what we are doing right now. Can you, meet us halfway? Can you do this with us? Okay, we are counting on you to do this. Teamwork. Try to invite them, making it look so, it's not like you saying, Coach Wendy said that we should do this. This is what we are going to do. No, 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 no. Try to blend it. I know we had the challenge for love your child more challenge. I also included love your spouse more challenge. So as I was doing the challenge for the children, I was doing the challenge for the spouse. So another thing, next year I'm going to join. I will join the conclavites. Hey, you don't want to know. Those conclavites,
No,
they showed me pepper. They were just spraying our eyes like the kini, 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 kini. We were just spraying our eyes with pepper. They were telling us about the bed ride, the bus ride, the boat ride, all the old rides. Next year, I will join you people. You people are not going to pepper me anymore. I'm going to join. So emotional intelligence is very key. We are, as human beings, we are emotional beings. Yeah. So how you relate, you need to understand where your spouse is talking from. That's why this book that I read last week. No, I just finished reading it this week because I read one book per week. I read this week is mindset. Don't have a fixed mindset. Have a growth mindset. when you have a growth mindset, you have this chesting, you can shake, you can adapt easily. You understand? Will I say that my marriage is perfect? No, my marriage is not perfect. But we keep understanding each other, we keep hearing each other out. Now, he also taught me how to communicate. I would not communicate when don't communicate with your partner when he's hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. HALT. Those are the things. Timing is also key. The first thing you ask is now a good time to talk? Can we talk? Remove all the distractions. And Coach Wendy has also taught us that we should not use, you should name it to tame it. Name your feeling to tame your feeling. So you are not saying you, or you are not saying you never, you always, rather you are saying I feel. You are expressing yourself with words. Now, sorry, I want to take you back to my twins. Like I said earlier, Taye, that's my Jaye, is a very fast talker. So if there's a little squibble with him and the twin, the other one is just crying. He's just crying. I'm like, okay, what do I do to bring this guy out of his shell? So thank God for learning styles, know your child, and all that. So I was able to decipher. Now he's better. In his new class, he told me he wanted to be the class captain. Really? You that you are shy. I didn't even tell him that. So later on, I'll find out how that went. You know, trying to understand them. So also with my own husband, trying to understand him, why he said what he said, why I also want him to understand me. So that has also shaping, and like you said, the books you read, shaping your view about the world. It shapes how you relate with others, how you perceive them. You understand? Extend grace. Extend grace.
All right. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing. That's incredible to hear about how inner circle has gone beyond parenting and possibly impact other areas of your life, like marriage. Better communication, emotional connection, and teamwork in your spouse. It's such a key element to thriving in relationship. And it's so beautiful to see how intentional strategies, from this inner circle program has fostered and, deeper understanding in your marriage. Thank you so much for sharing, ma'am. So, ma'am, I will want to hear you share, please. What is your experience? Define inner circle in one word. I want to hear you.
Hmm. Inner Staple is I would have said a one-stop shop, but rather than say a one-stop shop, I'll say inner circle is going to be a complete overhaul. A complete overhaul. In the inner circle is a makeshift, come as you are. You understand? Come as you are. It's a makeshift. It meets you where you are. Like for me, I was already in the parenting. I was already reading books and all that. But when I got into the inner circle, like I told my children this month, Operation No Retreat, No Surrender. Just like in Galatians chapter 1, verses 15 and 16, when Paul said, when he heard the word of God, he did not relent, he did not ask anybody, he ran with it. So me like this, when I entered the inner circle, I did not even say, cannot, I can't, excuses. Some people that when I even talk with them, they think that they think that I'm just free, like I don't know, I don't have anything or do anything. But inner circle just gives that stability. Inner circle and with your accountability partners, they keep you on your check, on your toes. You're always reviewing your processes. Always reviewing your processes. That's what I've learned in the inner circle. This morning, I already listened to our voice notes and it was 11 minutes. Just keep doing it. For the backyarders, for the ghost yarders, please come back on board. Don't relent, don't give up. Just keep doing it. Inner circle, for inner circle, your life, there was a writer, I can't remember his name right now. He says that change your words and you change your life. change your words and you change your life. When you change the way you view things, it's going to totally change you. So even if you are setting a goal, like what coach will say, don't set goals, set systems. Don't set goals. Goal will definitely end. I want to lose weight, I want to be 30 kg, I want to cinch. When you have cinched, what next? But when you create a system, it is going, continuous, it is building. You understand? Like I said earlier, ask yourself this question: are you building an edifice or are you building a shanty? And your result of your parenting is in 18 years time. So even if your children are toddlers, you are in a good spot. If your children are already teenagers, you are in a good spot. Start where you are. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma. That was so powerful. It truly, beautiful to see how Inner Circle have become more than just a program for you. It's like a guide rooted to your word of God, running, making you, pushing you to run with it and apply, teaching implementation, your stability, accountability, and that have created a lasting transformation for you. That was so beautiful, ma. So, people actually most times they have challenge with to register Inner Circle. They complain more often about the price is 100,000, is a lot and all that. So ma, what do you have to say to them about this? Please, over to you, ma.
Thank you for that question. You see, one thing about money, don't limit yourself with money. Trust me. The value you get from day one, from the first webinar, your money is finished. Trust me, your money is finished from that first day. You understand? You'll be even looking like, are you sure I'm not cheating this person? Because the value you are getting is amazing. Trust me, 100,000 is really, really. I know things are interesting right now, but when your mindset is changing, TIP, it dey work, it dey show. E dey work, e dey show. You understand? When you have peace, can you quantify peace? You can't quantify peace now. When you have peace that passes all understanding, then your understanding and reasoning begins to change. You are now looking at life in a different aspect. You are now, it is what you have that you will now use for yourself. You are no longer thinking and running we say it in the TIP, there's no room for anyhowness. There's no room for that because you have set yourself. I had a lady who said that she has started a job for next year's Zoom. Like I used to tell coach, I appreciate coach for taking this call of God, of answering this call of God upon her life, because she is not only solving the problems of this generation, is going to, because we are, like coach will say, we are a product of who raised us, where we were raised, and how we were raised, and what the people who raised us know. You understand? I'll come again. We are a product of who raised us, how we were raised, where we were raised, and what the people who raised us know. So, what you know, you are going to pass it on to the next 4 generations. One of the reasons I came to the Inner Circle was to help me to, hey, see my husband. Baby, hello. Okay, sorry, I got distracted a bit. Was to help my perspective. Perspective is everything for me. Was to help me. So please, is it, like I said, is a one stop, Abby? One stop shop, Abby? My husband is confusing me. One stop shop, yeah. So it's going to help you in your spiritual life. Trust me. I've seen Madam Amina. We have Muslims amongst us. It's a wonderful. Parenting principles are the same everywhere. They are the same everywhere, regardless of your tribe, regardless of your location, regardless of your everything. So, is it you want to? There's a lady I met that has done 2 additional certifications. you can get that. Systems, strategies, skills, you get that in the inner circle. I'm telling you, every day, there's a WhatsApp group of people that want to even return your money, but trust me, you will not come back for that money because you will come back to pay us again. You understand? It is value. The value is really, really interesting. A friend of mine, her husband was saying that this inner circle, they are taking our money, kini, 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 kini. And you know what my husband told her husband? I'm sure the husband was saying is that, I've seen a party, I've seen a friend that was going to back me up. And my husband told my friend's husband that, so would you have preferred that your wife does nothing? Think about it. Look at your children. Look at your children. My husband is, my birthday was September 21. No, my birthday was September 20. How can I forget my birthday? Come on now. My birthday is September 20. Yeah. And I got so much love from the children with our dance challenges. I'm a dance challenge queen. We're always dancing in our house and all that. And my son just said, Mommy, today feels like Valentine. And I said, like, why is it feeling like Valentine? Because, every day, we have one activity to do or the other. I think 2 days ago was storytelling about, because the no retreat, no surrender. We're talking about the character, your favorite character in the Bible, and how we showed resilience. You know, what I love so much about the webinars, for every child, the stomach of a child is different from the stomach of an adult. Our metabolism is different. So, what I get from the webinar, I will eat it, I will chew it. In my cohort 1L, they call me scribe. You know why they call me scribe? I take down my notes. When I finish taking down my notes, I will now type again and I'll send to them. So imagine I have, just like the ruminant animal that has four stomach. After you've eaten, after it has eaten the cord, it now chews it again, now meditates on it. So after I've finished chewing, meditating on it, I will now think of how to pass it on to my children, age appropriate. Then I will ask them, okay, display for me. What did you learn? Teach me. Okay, teach me, teach mommy. I am a student. Yeah, I'm your student today. That's why I discovered that Jaye, that my first twin, he loves he loves to, how would I say, like show and tell. I think he's going to be an orator. So he teaches me, and I give them the room to also teach me. You understand? We are all teaching each other, and it's been interesting. Please don't miss out on this one. No, we are starting again December 1. Don't miss out. Alrighty.
Thank you so much. That was so amazing. So, Ma, you mentioned about peace, how inner circle, how your experience have bring you so much deep peace, and beyond sometimes fully understand and explain what kind of like I really want to know what kind of peace that this inner circle have really brought to your parenting, the outlook of your life generally. And again, it's incredible to hear, and inspiring on how inner circle too has impacted on your spiritual journey, strengthening your, spiritual life. And it's so profound, how this effect, how it has, the effect it has brought to you. So, Ma, we want to hear how has this, deeper spiritual connection influenced the way you parent and other approach, challenges in your personal life, Ma. Over to you, Ma.
Thank you for that question. We learned, have we done peace as a skill? Coach Wendy says that peace is an atmosphere that can be created in your home. Peace is an atmosphere that can be created and generated in your home. There are some energies we exert as human beings. Yeah. There are some people you don't even want to be around. They are just, tension. That's why some people that 9 years old, they want to be in boarding house. Mommy, I don't want to come back home. You have midterm break. They told you, I want to read from school. I want to. You create that atmosphere. Even when you are not at home, that peace can be created. And essentialism, always have time balancing. It's not one webinar that always stands out to me is time management and energy management. Studying yourself, 5 a.m. club, Robin Sharma, he finished work for that book. Managing yourself, how to balance it, start. How do you he has this 2020 rule, that's 60 hours. So you have 20 minutes for your emotional, 20 minutes for your physical, 20 minutes for another aspect of your life. So, like I said, we have the parenting advantage in the inner circle. We are parenting the heads of the children, parenting their hearts, and parenting their hands. I want to give this story one time. It wasn't a bad idea, yeah. And what did this story go on? I was in a webinar where they were saying, when you give your child a device, I was just looking. Give your child a device. You lock how to observe how many apps they were in, how long they were in the app, how you block and you unblock and you restrict and you all fighting but just plenty. I say, if I can parent the heart of this child, when I am not there, when I am far away from this child, my father will say, always remember the child you are from. Give them that identity, in the sense that your child should know who they are and they should know whose they are. This will shade off a lot of, anyhowness, in the sense that your child will not be bullied. Even if he smells a bully a mile away, you'll be able to treat that person. You don't have to go physical, slap him. You teach the child that skill. Back to peace. It's not about the results, it's also about the process. As the child keeps learning, you praise them on the process. That's what I learned from the books so far. I hope I've done.
Yes, Ma. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was truly amazing to see how the inner circle has enriched your spiritual life. So, Ma, one more last question before we let you go. For someone who is considering joining the inner circle but still on the fence, what would you say to encourage them? What would they take home today? Please, Ma, over to you.
Alrighty. Okay. I want to say to the person, you see, when you think about, there are two important things in life: the day you were born and the day you realize why. The day you were born and the day you realize why. So, when you join the inner circle will give you that structure you need. Inner circle will give you that system you need to be consistent. And the community, oh God, oh, my legacy others. The community, cohort one, hello. The community, you know, you ask a question, how can I do this too? I'm having a challenge with this book. I'm having a challenge with this. And the person just puts you through, you know. I'm looking forward to the Christmas. Let me even market coach for this Christmas bundle. There's this Christmas bundle that is coming up. So get ready. Christmas bundle is coming up. 5 in 1. Are you in? Stop doubting. Stop doubting. I was at that space last year. I was at that space last year. And I can't believe that it's almost a year in the inner circle and it still feels very fresh. It still feels very new. It's like, and we are just scratching the surface, We're just scratching the surface. I mean, it's new every day. I think, and another thing, kudos to Coach Wendy's team. The team, Coach Ifesinachi. What's the name of that auditor again? Abi, the one that used to whip. What's his Austin? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes, yes.
Austin. Kudos to him too. There is no question. As in, I'm always like, you people are busy, but you have time to always reply and respond to me. I know that you also respond to other people. So the team also supports and is very interesting in the sense that they support you. So you have a system that you have support. You have a system that you make friends. Yeah. So I can't wait to be your friend. Then our cohorts, the webinars, there are these ladies I want to give a shout out to. I'm going to give a shout out to Madam Clem Celestina Yusuf. Yeah, I always see her chat. It's almost like we are always sitting down together every Thursday. Then I always see Madam Omolara Adeyemi. I always see her own chat every Thursday. There's this thing about coming together, and we are stronger together. Please, please make time. Your children will bless you for it. When Coach Wendy came to Lagos, so I said some things at home, said some things, and before now, my children literally live in school. They live in school in the sense that whether the school is in session, if the school was not in session, my children are going to school. Whether it was only houseware, they were going to school. But when I joined the inner circle, coach was like, you need to put some structures and your children can be fine and they'll be at home. Midterm break, 1 week. My children were at home. Nobody died. Ah, lion is not chasing anybody. This is amazing. They did not break anything and everything went well. So this long vacation, I was also on vacation with them. Like I said earlier, before I joined the inner circle, I pick my vacation when the children are in school. So I want to sleep the sleep of death. But right now, I'm even missing my children. Kanipe, they are here with me now. Would have been doing one Scrabble or one board game or something. So it is the bond you have with your children. They know you. You understand? Like what Jesus said. My sheep, they know your voice. You don't always have to be with them, but you don't always have to be with them, but it is the voice you send forth. You understand? You know that the Bible says that our children are arrows. They are arrows. You cannot choose the friends of your children, but you can give them the skills that they will use to choose those friends. So please don't stay back. Don't be a Tuesday liver. There's somebody that says that somebody that is always coming for only Tuesday because it is free. When it is free, you don't get the nitty-gritty. But when you have committed with, what the Bible says that about the heart, relationship with money and the heart. When you have parted with money, you are a lot more stable with that. So please, if you are still considering to join or not to join, hear my own voice, see my own face, join, and you'll be glad you did. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. That was so amazing. That was inspiring. So, to everyone listening, you are tuned into my intentional parenting journey. If you haven't joined the inner circle yet, this is your chance because once the app closes, there will be no more
Flood na
excuse,
bia,
no more
flood na
extra.
bia.
No miss out. Yes, once the flood comes, it will carry you. Hence, you are outside the ark. So, Mrs. Mokwe, there might be someone listening right now thinking to themselves, do I really need this? I think I have figured it out. I think I have gotten my parenting check, all in check. So what would you just say to them in one sentence?
You need structure, consistent. You need the consistent structure. You need it, and you get it in the inner circle. Yeah, you get it in the inner circle. There was one time, I bought some items, Lego building with my children and all that. Then I just surprised them just with the Lego building. I love sometimes building Lego, and I went to the kitchen to do something. I didn't know. So my son just said, "Oh, mommy really gets us." So if you want to get your children, come into the inner circle. You will really get your children because you need to understand it's not kalo kalo, it's not hit and run. It is what it is. Inner circle. e dey work, e dey show. So sell your wigs to give your children wings, like Coach Ebuka, Back to what I wanted to say before I forget. So I told my son, yeah, that Jomiloju, I'm going to see Coach Wendy. And Jomiloju now said, mommy, is that the lady that makes you to be a better parent? I said yes. Because my children know, they can see the books. Like, okay, I have currently is the book of the month that is under the pillow. So when that book of the month is done, I replace it with another book. So even when you are telling your children, have you read your book? Are they saying you read your book? They are saying mommy read book. So they know they are reading. My son asked me one time, said, so mommy, you also write exams? I said, yes. I write exams because this life will send you exam questions. So whether you are ready, you are not ready. So like the scout will always say, be prepared. Come and get, we have the parenting advantage. I can't wait to get my hands on those books, 5 in 1. I already told coach that, how far with those books now? Those 5 in 1 is another bundle. Don't miss it though. I think 28,000, yeah? Alrighty. 28,000 for the 5 in 1 book. And we always have courses. I'm looking forward to the next set of courses. Yeah. It's always interesting to learn. When you are learning, you are growing. By the time you stop learning, you start dying. So life is not a vacuum. You are learning, you are growing. When you stop learning, you start dying. So pick your choose. It's in your hands, but like what God said in the Bible, Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19, he says that choose the choice, the power of death or life, death and life. But he even encouraged us that we should choose life. So please, this is an avenue. Choose the right way of parenting. So you will not. There was one time I was in my area. My house is close to a big market. So in my area, I used to see this pankere. What is pankere? I'm like, God, am I a serious mother at all? I've not bought pankere. So I heard somebody by my side that said 100 naira. I said, can you pay I bought this pankere? Maybe I'll just buy 5, put one in the kitchen, just put them so that these children will know that there's a rod somewhere, rod of correction. But I thank God that there's really no need for that word because we are punishing ourselves. You've not asked me about the books I read, though. You did not ask me for the books I read. My top 3 books. Okay, I will tell you my top 3 books. Because I read it here. Thank you. Advantage of the expert. Alrighty. So the books, my top 3 books. Number 1 is Discipline is Not an Emergency. Yeah, Discipline is Not an Emergency. I love that book so much. The book, that's where I get strategy, schedules, skills, system, and structure. Yeah. Then somebody said you literally talked about all the books. No, but I did not say the top 3. Sorry, the top 3. Then the second one that is the top is resolving sibling rivalry. Maybe because right now me and my sister we are really mushy. My sister now checks up on me. My sister is like the best thing that has happened to me right now. Like thank you, Coach Wendy, for writing that book. It has really mended and blended us together. Ifelaniyo, I love you. Yeah. Then the book we are reading for the month is Raising an Independent Thinking Child. You know what they say? Hey, he's a mommy's boy. Hey, he's a mommy's boy. Me, I'm not raising mommy's boys. Oh. Not really mommy's boys. My boys are independent thinkers. Yes, back to what I said earlier, level of influence. When your child is about toddler till about 12, you are on the first influence. Then when they get to their teens, then it's their friends. The voices of their friends will ring louder than yours. So it is what you have programmed in them before they got into that space that will now teach them how to make friends, how to, like it's just like taking off. Then as adults, before they get into adults, maybe like their early, late teens, then it is mentors. So who are the mentors you have in that space? For the girl, we have girls held by Coach Etima, we have Coach Meribeth. For the boys, we have Coach Ebuka, Coach Chidozie, then for the then coach is saying that we have to go for our popping season. Very soon I'll be in my own popping season where we will now be man track so that our children can come to us for wealth of knowledge. Yeah. Thank you.
That's fantastic, ma. I'm always excited to hear about, impactful reads. So thank you so much, Mrs. Mopeola Ogidi-Olu. That was truly interesting, insightful, and filled with deep lessons. I myself I have learned today. So I honor you, ma. I'm so grateful for your time today.
Salute.
Thank you so much for sharing your incredible journey. Before we
Thank
let you go, just one word. What will be your final word for this morning, ma? Just one word.
you. What? Hey, you only want one word from somebody that can talk plenty. Oh, Miss Yemisi, I see you. That's my son's teacher. Yeah, the teachers are my parenting partners. I don't joke with the parenting partners I have. So thank you for joining me this morning. One word: extraordinary. TIP is extraordinary. I'm also extra, but TIP, extraordinary.
Thank you so much, ma. Is the extra,
Thank
the
you.
extra. TIP is the extraordinary. And with that, I will let Mrs. Mokwe go. Thank you so much, ma. I will let you go. Bye. Yes. Thank you again for being with us. It has been so instructive and amazing. I don't know who needs this, but if you are listening to me and you haven't joined the inner circle yet, you are on your own and you are the only one outside the arc. The cohort is filling up so fast, so quick. And I'm sure you don't want to miss out. Also, remember that you can still purchase the 5-in-1 pre-ordered books at discount price. So grab your copies now that you can at discount price. And lastly, don't forget that Benin Summit is tomorrow. Yay! So invite your family and friends to register and be intentional. Thank you. Bye all.